Hello, welcome to Harrison Ultimate Gaming. I'm Brian Harrison, and today I'm going to be showing off a Minecraft world that comes from the Xbox One edition. Now this is important because the Xbox One edition is different from the newer edition, the Minecraft Bedrock, okay, which I do have on the console, but after Caves and Cliffs update, I kind of was frustrated. I lost all this progress, and that's another story for another time. But this map was a part of that, and I'll have to come up with another video to show and tell that story. It's been a long journey. I mean, if you look at my older playlist video, I actually have a oh well, it's not playlist. Well, it's called older game video, so that is playlist. But there's a Minecraft world on there that was from the Xbox 360 days before the horse, and well, I call it the horse update, before the horse update, and it tells you what happened, after that, and how sometimes you lose worlds because of updates. And I've lost quite a few over the years because of Minecraft's updates, and personally, I'm kind of getting tired of it. But so we play this older version until we feel like we can go to the newer version without any problems. So I wanted to show you the tour of it, and yes, it's older, so there's no frogs, there's not even aquatic update. This is before aquatic update. So that's, if we want all the newer stuff, we'd have to move there. But behind me, you see that this is basically, I'm standing on spawn. This is, if you spawn, this is where you'll spawn in. Behind me is a church and a castle. So let's get over here. So this is spawn. So you can see, it's a square. And I'll go in the other way. I should have gone maybe the other way. If I look right in front, right here, now it depends on how you spawn in. You may spawn in this way, but you spawn here. And so because of that, this is the first thing that was built. That's to make it spawn. That was my determination this time. And then we built, the next thing that was built was the house in front of us. Now that we'll go see later. That's a skyscraper. It's not even finished yet. I'm still smelting, well, getting all the glass for it, and I've been putting it in as I have it. And, with the dye and stuff like that. Alright, so here we go. Let's get through this door here. Let's go down here. This is the first building that was built. It's actually called, this place, this town or spawn city is called Midgard. This is the community homeless shelter and starter house. So we built this after it was upsetting because it wasn't just it wasn't just that we lost that world. We started another world where we built one building. Me and my woman did really well for a while, but we started noticing, we thought we were going crazy for a bit. We started noticing things would disappear and stuff. So we've kind of gave up, and we said we still want to play Minecraft. Here, let me eat some food. We still want to play Minecraft. So how are we going to do this without, with the idea of losing things, with the idea of losing everything or a lot of things? So we I had this older version. I even bought a disc part of it, so I have a disc in the digital copy. I always had the digital copy because I paid for it. For $5 when I was able to get, when I had it for that time, because you had the Xbox 360 version. So we went back to this version because it's not the one they're updating, and it's stable, and we can play it, and we're not losing stuff, or having issues with redstone that worked. It didn't work because all of a sudden they did something. It's just a problem. And the main problem was that we lost that world, and it was a huge castle and all that. Maybe I'll show pictures. I'll have to tell stories. But here we go. It's getting nighttime, so we may end up going to bed down here. Yeah, we'll go to bed. But this is the upper area. It's supposed to be. Right now it's become, because it was starter, it's become like there's a furnace and stuff. This stuff will be removed eventually, become like a living room, hangout area. But right now it's become the workshop and everything until we decide to move out here. This is where me and my woman live for now. Go to sleep, come back up, and then this is our chest, and we have there you see, I organize so I can plant different things. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with mushrooms. Do a mushroom farm. These are technically the 3 farms I have not done yet. Beetroot seeds, vines, and coconut beans. So, and there's the mushroom. We do not have a savanna, so there are some things we miss. I will say I do like the Better Together edition when it works. But right now it doesn't work and it's kind of bothered us. And here's some like extra iron chest plate. I may have gotten this from a village. And then I had my leather armor, which I do keep because it reminds you of how I got started, how we had to kill the cow, especially in this edition. This edition is a little harder to get stuff, especially if you're limited on animals and stuff. But the only thing that about it, the only good, there's some drawbacks, but the only good thing about some of those drawbacks is it works. This game actually works and plays smoothly, and you can see that. We feel that there are places in my world where I didn't do anything, and the other one, and it would just glitch, like, you know, it just, there was problems, man. Yeah. So we came back to this one and hope they'll fix the other one. We'll transfer, hopefully we'll transfer this world to that one. When it fixes it, we can really play it and have fun, because I would love to get into camels and all that. Here's the beds. Here's some extra beds. So I could have some guests, or yeah, guests sleep here, I guess, or other people sleep here. Probably if there's overflow. But this is basically starter house. Like I said, homeless shelter. You know. Oh yeah. Over. Did I show this? This is storage. So this is just extra storage. This was. We never really used it actually. I don't even think there's anything in here. No, we never really used this. I set it up, but never used it. Oh, let's get through the doors. Alright. So this is technically, even though it says bedroom 1. So this is technically if you had like a family, I guess. In Minecraft, you really don't have families, but you could potentially have your family stay here and stuff. This is for mostly individuals or other people. It's just a bunkhouse. And they each have a chest that they can use for themselves. One chest. It's just to get them started. And, you know, so like maybe they start so they can decorate their apartment. I built apartments. You'll see them. Here's another bunkhouse. It's not even finished. You could tell it was being worked on, but I'd stop and do other things. Like, you know, grow food, things like that. You'll see some of the farms. I probably will get back into finishing this stuff up. I hope to. I've been playing a little bit more lately. I hadn't been playing as much. Last year I played until after the first because we were kind of so disappointed that we had to start over and we were limited on the animal farms and stuff like that. So, you know, you're only limited to so many cows, so many chickens, and it's kind of sad. Where the other one, you're not limited. I built like several chicken coops before. And, you know, you had bees and honey, and then we had to go back just so we could enjoy the game and play it without it crashing or without it almost crashing or without us losing a world. So we had to go back. So it was slow start at first, but we got ourselves worked up. You can tell we're built pretty decent city/town. Here's another possible room. Like it'll look the same as the one I showed you. They'll all look the same. It's just I haven't come down here to finish these. And I haven't even finished the other upper ones. I was beginning to. Well, part of the problem is wool. And then being stopped to do other things. Because there's me, my woman, and a friend who's doing this. So, yeah. So let's see these. And then you'll have them numbered, you know, accordingly. And then it goes down. But see, you could tell it's not finished. It's going to go down to bedrock. So that there'd be plenty of places for starter people. Actually, my friend, when he first started, he actually slept in the bunkhouse before it was even a bunkhouse. I actually made that because of him, because I didn't realize we would probably actually get another person in. So I actually made a bunkhouse after him. Now, he hasn't stayed here, but you'll see. I'm going to show off his place soon. Yeah. So this is it. This actually, I remember this house. I want to say TMC, TM. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's a cool house. I built this many times, but I do the inside differently. I may build the structure, but I do the inside differently. This is going to be the office for people who come here and need a homeless shelter. Need a place to stay. This will be the office for whoever's in charge of this. And then I'll go over here. This will probably be another hangout. There may even be a table or something. People kind of sit at the table, eat. You can look out here, and see stuff. Yeah. See, that's my friend's. We'll go see that. If you can see through the glass, that's my friend's castle, off in the distance. Um, this is the tower that's dominating the skyscraper. I got it from a book that, yeah, that's where I got it from. So the office, and then there's, yeah, storage for the office, probably records and stuff. Here's the kitchen. This will be the kitchen eventually. So, and then I hang out like a living room. Anyway, so this is basically the homeless shelter, except for one thing. You can go up on the roof. In his tutorial, you can't do that. I made a place for the roof, so we could grow some crops because it's survival. And see, I put lily pads. We haven't done the wheat for a while, and this one we did for a while. We haven't because there's. I'll show you the massive wheat farm we do have, and we also fish. Once you get into fishing and we're cooking massive amount of fish, we don't do as much of the farming right now. But so you could tell. So this is the small beginning wheat field that started on top of this roof, and you can also get a view, and the view is pretty nice. Yeah, I'm gonna jump. Hey, there's a wall. There's stuff over there. You'll see. So jump up one more time. Yeah. Anyway, then we jump down. I think it's kind of nice. Okay, we're gonna go out here. The next thing was built. Well, we had struggle. I tried to build a barn, but I ended up moving it. You'll see over there somewhere. But the next thing I ended up building, because I got tons of stone from leveling the land. This used to be a mountain. Actually, in the old, when I had started this world here, and then I moved over to Xbox One. So I didn't get built on. I just explored a little bit, then moved to Xbox One, and then I built everything there. And so this actually was a spawn point at one time, even there, but not like this. This was a huge platform with the fountain in the middle. It had like pillars all around. It was going to look like a Roman gecko thing. And then that's when the world collapsed, and there was a road to an outpost of jungle over there. There was a road to a sort of outpost to an ocean place that you could take a boat from there and go. We had a vacation island, and there was a few islands there. One was our vacation island. There was another one that we don't know if someone's going to use. There was a really big island that was I was going to use to build like for multiple people to vacation at. It just never happened. It collapsed and all stuff. So because of that, so this is the next thing that was actually built in this area. After this was this castle, and it went up fairly quickly because we had from leveling out the land to build this to the house that we built out of wood. I mean, this was next. This is the castle. So this is going to be, I guess you'd call town hall or the beginning castle. I would plan to build a bigger castle than this, but to be honest, I really would like to finish the inside of this before I do anything and get it functional, so it feels like a functioning city, functioning little kingdom. Because we are called, I call this world Harrison Catalanians land. Yeah, Harrison Catalanians land. And so, if you don't know what the Catalanians are, they're a medieval group of people at one time. I don't think they exist as much anymore in reality. Anyway, so that's what that is. Now these are the doors that go here. And the reason why I'm going to go here first is because this is an attachment building, but it's, you have to go through these doors. This is, I want to make this a meeting room where you can meet, maybe like different lords or ladies or whatever can meet and talk or whatever, or it could be just whatever meeting room. It's going to be a meeting room. And then up here is going to be where we may make a small little banquet area to celebrate stuff. I may do that, or it depends. I haven't decided. I've thought about doing it. I may make it another meeting room and move some type of banqueting, make an actual banqueting hall somewhere else. Yeah. And then this is upstairs, and this is where you can defend and stuff. See, I haven't even finished putting doors in up here. I should do that. Put doors in up here. And there's towers you get in each of them. But here you go. Here's the view. Out here, there's this tower. We'll go see that too. Yeah. Here is the tower view. See, you can see over there. And you could see over here. Again, nice. And that's a nice view over up there. Alright, so here we go. There's two of them. You know, of course I plan to build more. It just takes time, you know, it's fun. I may do a video sometime with me playing. I may even have my woman come on. My woman did want to sort of be or wanted to be a part and come out at one point. Let's put bed down real fast. But we just never seem to be able to get it so we can do it. So I told her, hey, I'll just do the tour because we've been building a lot and I really would like to show this off. So then we'll get her on here sometime. And that's the other way. I have it. I was trying to do on the PS4. I don't know how long that will last because it also depends on how Minecraft acts with the updates and stuff. But I have a series where I'm going to try to build a village. Turn a Minecraft village into like a medieval town, or you know, just upgrade it and do stuff for my fun and benefit. But I've been doing some other things right now, like trying to get my GTA world looked at, or GTA's online stuff gone through, and show that off before I get. Here's a tower. We get up here. So try to get that done. Here's a view. This is the second floor. So you could put, in theory, you could put quite a few guards up here to watch what's going on down below, or people could stand up here to watch what's going on down below too. So there's some room for that. That's kind of cool. You can't walk around the whole entire thing, but you can walk around at different points. If you're on that side, you can go on that side. If you're over here, you could just kind of cool view over here. I could probably see myself placing a guard there and a guard there, or even a couple guards. You know, but at least a guard there and a guard here. Maybe even one there and one there. You know, too. But anyway, yeah. So I've been doing some other stuff, and the other thing is, when you're playing with other people, it can be hard, especially if you're doing other things, to do your own series because you're involved in this world. There's people playing with you. You know, so you're going to be more involved with the people who are playing than playing by myself trying to do a village series. I've thought about, should I move the village series over to doing it in a world like this, or keep going on the PS4? I think I've thought about keep going on the PS4 for a bit, but not do it as hard, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I'll have to figure that more out, because this is the world I'm really involved with my woman and, you know, a friend. So anyway, here, let's get through. Here's the upper. These are going to be like the offices. Now, when you do this, if you follow the book, this castle came off of a book, Medieval Minecraft Explosive Builds, and you could build them. It was Minecraft Mojang. They did a book on medieval castles and stuff. Anyway, this is one of the builds, and so these are supposed to be like bedrooms and some of them kitchens and stuff. But I turned this into, especially these ones into offices. So no one lives in this castle. Now, if I were to build a village, I realize I could, even in this type, I could build in the village, and because the villagers can't climb the ladders, could make it so that these would be bedrooms for people, for us visiting the villages to trade with them, and for us to sleep too much by the villagers. So, at least that's what I'm thinking. Right now, though, this is like, say, just a big like office. Now this would be mostly, this area would probably be mostly like, you know, or you could put beds and yeah, you could change it. It would probably change. It could change. Here's another room. Actually, I think that would be an actual bedroom. I think it's meant in the book. This is to be an actual bedroom, like for, you know, and then this is to be like where you have soldiers placed and stuff. Anyway, and then here's what would be the kitchen, but I turned this into the main office for the king and queen who stay here, or, you know, that'd be me and my woman. It'd be our office, and then these would be other little offices for little departments and stuff. They're all pretty much the same. I could probably put, you know, a few desks to make it a multi-office for government officials. Let's see, it may be bedtime again. Or is it bedtime? If it is, let's see. Nope, I'm wrong. Alright, Anyway, let's go up to the final level. Now I went up this tower and I put this up here so I can access this area. There's not really a way to do it, but I did it anyway. It's a small area. You can go to the very top, as you can see. Where is that? What, can you? No, I guess we didn't make it. No, we didn't make this one. You could go to the very top on these ones. On some of them you can, and I've done it, I may do it on the next castle where you make it so you can go up to the top. On this one I think you can. I think it's more of a decoration, I guess. Anyway, these are the towers. This is the upper part of it. And here you are. You know? This is what, again, the view. Now this is going to be this middle building here. This is what's going to be the armory. We're going to make a little armory in this version, and we're going to figure out putting chests and stuff. We may put armor stands here on the edges, and then we'll put chests in the middle, and then we'll have like 4 armor stands and stuff like that. And then that's probably what we plan on doing, or at least I plan on doing. And then we'll have like armor in some of them, and mainly weapons, what we can get in this edition, in this version. The main weapons, sadly, would be like your bow, your sword, and then you can use an axe. That would be a weapon too. There's not really many weapons, not like in we have tridents and crossbows, and you even have different armor now that used to be. So this is the view of the square. So here there's the apartment building that's empty, so people could decorate their own. I don't, unless the building needs to be decorated because it's going to be used, I don't decorate apartments or businesses, because unless it's going to be like a community business, because these are open for people. These are open really for people to come in and put their own businesses in. Now, if there were villagers, I could technically, in the new version, I could technically make a little mall with some villager shops, and I would, if it was a villager. But this is not. This is for people coming in, and I've done it that way. I've always loved doing it that way, where someone can come in and if they need a place to stay right away, while staying in the city, or or going out to build their own home. Anyway, they could stay in a pre-planned place, which is apartments and stuff, because they don't have to build if they don't want to, or they want to play, they just can't build or something, but they'll decorate their own inside. And I had a friend that was like that, who actually a couple people were like that who weren't really builders or stuff, but they decorated their own apartment and stuff, so it was fine. So I've had that in the past. I may have to build a monument to the 2 cities, because the 2 greatest cities on the Xbox 360 was Harrison City and Midgard. Midgard surpassed Harrison City, because Harrison City was should have been more like Harrison Town, okay? Because what made it just, the town itself wasn't that big, okay? You couldn't have raised a big enough army to fight some of these other places you see on YouTube who have a massive amount of people building these massive cities and stuff like that. We couldn't have outbeat any of them. Or even though like this is huge, this area's huge, it's nice. This place as in buildings would be bigger than what Harrison City was. I'm trying to outgrow both of those cities, and so far I've nailed it, because Harrison City never had this type of level of building for once, and it never had these many big buildings like this. It may have had a couple or so. I'd say the church and maybe the tavern. Town hall was sort of big-ish, not really. This is actually bigger than that original town hall in Harrison City. So I'm trying to outgrow the 2 biggest. That's my goal. Famous cities on the Xbox 360, which had their own people, like with Harrison City, for instance. It had, which I said I may have to do here, story time. It had 3 people, me, and then 2 other friends, and then later Midgard ended up starting out with me and 2 other friends, and it ended up having 4 people though total by the end of its demise, which is sad. But anyway, time to get out. Let's go to the next building over. The next building that was actually built after this building was the church. So I just went right over here and I built the church. And here you go. I didn't finish the stained glass. I need to come back in and finish this. I really do. But you'll see I got into other stuff and never finished it for whatever reason. I moved on and said I'd come back, because I think I was waiting for a color, and it was And colors in here, dyes, are harder to get in this version than in the new version. New version, I could whip up dyes and have tons of blue and tons of, yeah, in this version it's harder to get to do. I think I may have some of the stuff I could do this with. I'll have to look and see. But yeah, this is the church and it's not finished on the something I would build. For example, I would love to do the inside because it's going to be a community church or a church for, yeah, people to come. So this would need to be finished, but it hasn't been, and it's all torched up until I can finish the inside and have it well lit, make it look actually nice. So there'll be pews in here, seating area, there'll be a place for a preacher, things like that. So it's nice to have it. But we have a church, we just don't. I need to try to purpose to finish it this year at least, and then maybe finish town hall so it's functional. And the next area we built was this area, which is this shopping mall, and you'll see what that is. So this is the shopping mall. If you were to come off this other side of the of the of the spawn point, you came down here, this is what you would see, the shopping. It's Midgard Spawn Shopping Mall. That's what it is. You come in, you shut the gates behind you, and you're greeted by this fountain and this center area, which I thought about putting names of shops along on this wall. At some point, I may still do that, but I didn't know if there'd be enough room because I plan to put shops underground too. So, anyway, let's get a bed out. Oh, actually, you know what? We're safe inside. Let's go out here. All right. So the next, so these are all shops and they're all numbered. Like that's shop 1, shop 2, shop. And so the numbers stay here. You put the owner of the shop or whoever's running the shop will put their shop name here, and they claim shop 3 or something. So the shops are numbered. They're all ready to go. It's a it's basically what I call it. It's a community mall owned by the community. So that means someone can't buy out this mall. They can only claim a shop in this mall and get you started with the shop. If you want to build your own shop, you can. But anyway, here's what I call, there's a name for it. This is the Coliseum. The small Coliseum. Let's go down in the pit before. This is where if you want to come fight, you come down here. And you could have another person go all the way around. We may not. Where they could start. I start on one side. Maybe I'll walk all the way around, start on that side, and they come in, and the person comes in here. And then you can have night fights if you want to. See, it's nighttime. Or day fights. Here, I want to... Should I? Yeah. Probably should sleep. But anyway, but you are safe in here, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, night fights. Let's go... You have day fights too. But that's where the people would fight. It's the sand, basically full of sand. Here's for the people who want to watch. They come up these kind of nice little stairs. And yes, I did get this from a tutorial somewhere, but if you noticed, I changed that. So it's most of the building or some of the building, most of it may come from a tutorial. But yeah, so you can see creepers and spiders and outside the walls, and it's kind of nice looking out here, feeling safe. Zombie with a sword? That's what it looks like. Yeah. Wow, look at all the bad guys out there. Anyway, so here's where people could sit and watch the games. You can sit from way up here and watch the fights and stuff. Kind of nice. I think I was going to do more with this at one point. I'm not sure now if I still am. Like where you see me coming in from, I think I was going to go in. I'll see them burning it. I was going to go in on each side and put chests in the cracks in the wall. I'll have to show you. But you could go all the way around the stadium and sit around. I think this is cool. I built something like this at one time, but not like this. It was a wooden one. It wasn't perfect circle. It was kind of weird. But this is pretty much a perfect circle, and I love it. It's it's small. So I wanted something small. It fitted this area. It was small to start with, and it kind of gave me an idea so I could do it bigger. So I have an idea for a bigger one. Over here, this is like in these grooves here. I was thinking about putting some starter chests in here so the person can access some items we can give them, and then the same would be on the other side. Then they could fight in the middle, and there'd be people watching above if they wanted to. But it hasn't been used yet, except for being built and me going every once in a while looking inside of it. Midgard spawn fighting arena. Yep. So that's what it is. And then we have these bushes of decoration and all that, and it lit up. And here's more shops, and of course, this is from a book, but if you do the book version, you'll know some different changes. One of the changes is it's it doesn't have some of the stuff I do like this. That's one of the changes. And it's only 2-story. This is the second story. This is where it technically went in. I did some of this other stuff myself because I thought, what the heck. This I may put in like a shopping stall in here so it fills that area in. But other than that, there's more shops. I forget how many shops. Here, let's go see how many shops there actually are. Yeah, there's quite a few. People can have shops in here. That's what's nice about this that we love. We feel like we're able to build. Here, look at this is another thing. Besides the hole that goes all the way through the middle, and it's 3 stories. This is a glass ceiling, and I kind of like it, actually, to be honest. Alright, well, let's see how many shops are here. 19, 20. Okay. And I'll put probably another, again, I'll put another shopping stall in there. I'll have to show you if I do it soon. 23, 24. Okay, I want to say there is 24. Yeah, there's 24 shops just in this one building. Now, the crazy thing is that since we're going down here, the crazy thing is, well, let's go all the way down to the bottom. The crazy thing is, this is actually a cool building. I love this building. The crazy thing is there are more shops. So now we're going to go down through here. We're going to shut this area, and there, there's a shopping area. There's more shops. Now this comes from the book, Medieval Book. This comes from a guy called TSMC. He started out with this though. This is his original shop right here. Okay, but I did something different. Besides that coming from a book, I think I found that somewhere, built it. But all these smaller shops, 3 small shops, originally what I got from his tutorial. And of course there's another small shop I got from some other tutorial. Another small shop. Again, and then a really small shop. Like you could tell, there's quite a few shops in this area. And then another small shop. We'll go down there. That's the bank, but we'll go down there. Okay, but I want to go through one of these. There's 2 of them. There's this one and this one. And they're his shop, but I doubled the size. I put 2 of them together and made them one big one like this with 2 double doors. So that's the difference with that I did. I built his and went, I wonder what it would be like if I put 2 to make them an actual big shop, because I like the building. I didn't, and mine has changed. You'll see I used this wood, different colored wood. Across there he used wool or whatever, and I wanted to make a general shop, not just a barber shop, and that's what it came off of. But this is the double size to make it a huge shop for someone like if you want to put a little grocery store in there, or you're selling more items, so it's a bigger shop. And then these are smaller shops. That's what they're mostly meant. They were meant because they're easy shops, and if you're getting started and you're just selling some things, great. This is a great shopping area to have some small shops. And here, see, this is one by itself technically. You can put them in a row, so you just build the first one, and then you just add on. You just do another one, and they're easy to add on to. So, but this is one by itself. The other thing is, this is the bank. This is the bank. This is where you can come in and do your, once I set it up, be able to get stuff, or we'll probably have mostly emerald store here, because it'll probably be more towards villagers and stuff, so you can get emerald stuff from villagers, especially if we've been trading with villagers or stuff like that. We may store some emerald here, but it'll be a small bank. It's a small bank, okay, but it's not functional yet. I need to get up and get some of this stuff up and running so it's available for the community. There's only 3 of us, so it hasn't been demand yet. I don't think he has claimed an area for a shop. This one was going to be my shop, and then this one was going to be a shop too. but my shop you'll see is somewhere else. This is going to be my tavern, so I built it. It is based off a tavern. There's a place. Here you go. We'll go inside here. There's a place over in here where you can set up so people can eat outside and enjoy the sun or the day. And then over here is where you can, you know, do set up more of the shop. I would say my original idea was to actually set up the main tavern part up here and then do some stuff down here. But anyway, whoever claims this shop could do it differently. We might as well go in some of these shops because, you know, I always get frustrated people who don't go inside buildings. They just skip. It's just empty though. But this is a shop area too. There's a second floor. Like, let's say this floor you decide to put an office or more shopping area, depending on how you want to lay it out. You put, like, let's say you have an office area and a little shop down below. That's the idea, but you could make it a full-blown shop. Or downstairs sells one group of items, let's say wool, and upstairs sells saddles or something. I mean, who knows what you want to sell, but depends on what you want to do. But it's a space. It's a 2-story space. And then here, see, it's small. There's nothing in here. I put pumpkins on the floor. That's kind of really nice, so that they're just still lit, and I don't have to put tons of torches on the floor. And then, again, let's go through this small one. Yeah, this is not too bad. This is actually, even though it's small, you can still sell quite a bit in these. They're just small and simple, not like shops I have built in the past, which can be more complicated. And then here's a really small shop, easy to build. I found, I forget who it came from, but I think it was someone who was trying to show how you could build really starter shops. You know, just simple starter shops for like a server, or simple starter shops for your world, where you're just going to sell some items. You're really not. And some people will start out these. I've seen it in Hermitcraft where they'll start with something very simple at first, and then they'll be like they sell one thing, slime balls or something, you know. And then they'll go off, they'll have that shop, and then they'll go off and create a bigger shop selling bigger goods. So that could, you know, that's a small shop. This is also a small shop, slightly bigger than that one, but, you know, hey, you can sell more. It's still nice. I think it's kind of a nice little shop here and there. And then decoration, I always love decoration because it makes the city look alive and nice. Stuff like that. And of course we went in the bank. And then these are, you know, you have, you know, it's a nice, they're nice shops. I have no problem building these. I've built these in the past. I didn't build them in Midgard. I built something else in Midgard. You have to go watch the old videos of Midgard. These are stalls. That's what I mean by stalls. These are stalls. I'll probably have something similar in the places in the mall, the 2 places I talked about. But yeah, these are 2 stalls. I haven't even numbered them. I just left them for now. But yeah, someone could claim this if you just wanted a stall for shop. Or there's no room left and you have to claim it if you want to be in this area. It depends. First come. Basically, this shopping center is first come, first serve, and someone who's able to sell. You can't. I don't think the idea of the town is you get set up first. I don't know if we allow you just to claim a shop. Just you have to kind of come in, get set up, start playing for, you know, you want to play, and then you can wait, and then you can set up a shop and stuff like that as you play. So anyway, now we're going to go through, come out. Over here is the community stable, which we're going to store some horses in here because this, like I said, this world's limited, so we're limited on how many horses and animals we can have, how many donkeys and stuff. So, but this is the community horse stable. All right, now there's some animals I need to clear out, but within this, it's supposed to be really where you could put horses in so you can go shopping at the shopping mall on donkeys and stuff. It's really what it's supposed to be. But we took the habit, since you can only have so many horses, we're going to store some of the community horses here to where people, until we get on to the Bedrock edition. Okay? So that's where that's going to happen. And oh yeah, I should go up in here. Man, just like pointing these things out. And of course this place is for, we may put some more chests in here or whatever to store hay or whatever. Because, you know, maybe even food for some of the horses. I plan to come back in while we take a nap. I plan to come back in and finish off this first part of the city, so it's functional. I just haven't done it. I'm going to figure this out for the lighting, but this is up here. This is where you could, in theory, come over here and watch animals over here. Because this would be overflow. Let's say someone takes up all the stalls and there's big shopping, then you can technically put more horses in there too. This is also an area for, you know, like, see, we have saddles. That's where we're putting them right now because we're running out of storage room in the first house. So that's where we're putting those. And that's probably what's going to end up being just a tackle room here with mainly saddles. And maybe some leads if we get up there. But here, I forgot to come up here. This is another level where you can look down and stuff. I don't know if you would ever use it too much, but it's there. I thought it was kind of cool. I made use of it. This, now he did something different with this. This comes from Andy's Yoda. He has this, I actually doubled this. Sometime I'll show you if I ever do it again. But he actually builds this, but I did differently. He made this a farm and stuff. I made this just a lookout area. So I changed it. I didn't care for the farm. Plus I build farms differently. So I mean, if you wanted to do it the way he did it, 100% you can. There's nothing against that. So this is, you know, community stable. Now over here, along the same square, before we go down this road, along the same square, these are apartments. Now, the reason why I don't show you the inside is because right now, this is the lobby. I will build this up. That's probably the only thing I'll do in this building. Other than that, you're coming in, and no, unless someone claims these apartments, there's nothing in here. Except they're small, and there's, you know, some room in here. I could put pressure plate inside here, though. Anyway, I do have a pressure plate out there, and then you have a little porch. Except your porch used to not face this building, but you're right up against this building now. So that's what it is. And each building's the same. There's nothing new. I mean, it's just all the same apartments, all the same. Inside just empty. You can go out on the porch, stuff. So I'm not gonna go through them all because it's the same. Here we go. Let's go out. And this is technically called Midgard Spawn Apartments Building 1. This is Midgard. This is Midgard Spawn Shopping Market. That's what this is under here. We're going to see this building. And then this is Midgard Spawn Apartment Building 2. And this right here, before I get any further, since I'm going to go back there and we'll come back this way again to look at that building. These are stables for all those apartments. So if in theory, if we're in the new edition and everybody has their own horse that lives in these apartment buildings, all these three ones, this one, the biggest one over there, and then that little one, they all have a stable. Every apartment has its own stable. So the stable there, same there, and with the middle area for guest horses, I guess. We'll have to go down there. Here's a gazebo, though. This is just like a little hangout garden. I didn't know what to do with this area. A hangout garden with like a dirt path and pumpkins to light the way, and then this cool thing that came off of, I think, Vintage Beef, who does 15-minute builds and stuff. And I just built this. I'd built this before, but I built it, but I did something different with it. I didn't do exactly. I built the main building, and then I did my own decorations and stuff around it. And then here's another gazebo thing I built. And then here's, you know, plants and stuff. And here's obviously the wall. It's all walled in. This first section is safe. It's all walled in. There's a gate and all that. The next section is being built. So yeah, this is just a nice little hangout garden area. Kind of cool, next to the castle. And this, of course, these are the stables. And then this middle area, which is just like someone brings in their guest horse. So he says Spawn Apartments guest stable. So if you have a guest, they can put their horse here. And then here's the other apartments. Now this is what I want to go into. This below, unless you, let's say that's filled up. Let's say in theory that's filled up. This can be also claimed. Say stall, but they're going to be smaller stalls. Now, but it may be that you don't want to be in there, even if it's not filled up. You just want a simple stall. That's this. This is a little market down here below. It's a Rome based off of a Roman apartment housing where they had shops below and apartments above. I forget what they call it, insula. I think it's insula. But I saw it being built and I went, huh. So I made my own design. I did what Andy Yoda would do was 5x5 build. So I did it 5x5, not like the other person had done it. So I could put these arches in here and make it cool. So I combined like a 5x5 build, and I added the stairs differently than the one person did it on one side, and they had weird, like they had like one side was like this side would be 5x5, and then this side would be like 7x7 or something, some weird thing, and it wasn't really. I mean, it looked good for them maybe, but I said, I'm gonna do the whole thing 5x5, but do double stairs and make it look and it looked good. I turned out good. I did it really well. So, here's your apartments. Same basic concept. Obviously you can see that you just covered up with carpet, but it's one big room basically. That's all it is. One big room. There's no double rooms. They're all the same. Let's see. Yeah, they're all they're all except maybe. Yeah, they're all the same because of this. Yeah, they're all the same. So, yeah. So, and then you go way up there. I forget how many apartments are here, but there's quite a few. This one is the one that holds the majority of the apartments. Is this building alone? I could fit quite a few people before we had to build. But yeah, and then what I liked about this too is the way the roof is done, and obviously when I was sitting here in the middle, you look up to the sky here, and you see these apartments all kind of shine in on the middle here, all looking on the middle. And yeah, each one of these is apartment, 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 apartment. Yeah, quite a few apartments, several floors. All right, so next thing we're going to look at is we're going to cut through here, and you can cut through. It's nice, a little open shopping area down below. They're going to cut through. Now this area is the Midgard Community Spawn Hotel, which this is the hotel. This is where you can store your horses and stuff if you're visiting and you stay at the hotel. Now the hotel is free because it's just the community. It's run by the community, and they don't have to run it much because all we have to do is put beds and some chests and stuff. And it's just, if you need a place to stay, you don't have to ask. You just, as long as there's rooms, you can come and stay. And I'll have a few of these probably throughout the world that are basically manned by you. Okay. Now this is another apartment building. I found this somewhere, but it's small. It's kind of funny. But here, if you needed a place, a small place, you could stay here. You could even, technically what I would do is if I was in a town, I wasn't staying there much unless I was, I'd probably just set up shop in one of these just as, hey, I have a place to stay if I come in town. I may not go there much, but I have a place. So that's how I would see these small apartments. Or someone just wants to live in a small place and they just don't want to, but they're all the same, they're all the same. So it's not, and yes, there's a ladder. My woman does not like ladders very much, but yeah. So here you go. So that's that. So now let's go down. It's a lot to do, unfortunately. This is gonna be a long video. Here's the stable. Well, actually no, barn. This is the barn that I started out where the castle was, and then I realized I didn't like it and all that, so I moved the barn. I literally once I built the castle, started building around, and I ended up moving the barn, building the same barn over here, and I found it niched between, and I thought it was good. So supposedly there's supposed to be community cow pen. There's some cows already there. There's communities. Oh, sheep pen. Why is there pigs in here? There's sheep pen, and then I think this is another sheep pen which we haven't done with, and then this is supposed to be a pig pen which the sheep stole. I have to work on that. I'll have to because I wanted some colored sheep and stuff. All right. So then we walk down from the community place where we can raise some animals, kill them, and yeah, it's Midgard Community Animal Barn. Alright, so we walk down from there to this spot first. This is the Midgard Community Square. Well, it's really a small square because that's actually a square. But it's just where you have a notice board where we can put notes for the community, what's going on. And then here's a chicken coop. Yeah, chicken coop producing eggs. Automatic chicken coop. Here's community well, works, love it. You can get water from here to do things like make potions and stuff. But we haven't done that. We haven't made potions. community well, and Midgard community map wall, small map wall. I'll show you a bigger one which may move, but it was set up there so we can look at. But this is what the world looks like. Let's see here. Let's see if I can. Let's see if it opens up more of the building. No, not really. All right. So yeah, this is basically a town. There's stuff going on over here. That hasn't in my mind actually shown up yet, it seems like. But yeah, here. There's snow over here. You can tell. We don't have any savannah, but you can see a lot of green area. You can see why I chose this when I put it on the Xbox One. There's a lot of green area, this cool lake thingy. I'm thinking about linking, putting canal, which is a huge project. Go over here, link, go over here to link, and even try to link to this side. So it's complete pure link. And then I may try to do something here to link into here too. So there's plans. Right now the plan is just to try to get a thriving city, a thriving town where I could spread out and do stuff and not, because you don't want to starve. I mean, it's great to build big projects, but you want to have food and stuff. And yeah, there you go. This is the community hotel. There's really nothing inside here yet. I'll just show you the room. See, there's nothing inside. Again, I really do need to come in here and start getting these work. Put beds in here. I'll show you the downstairs. They're all this is the bigger building where you could put 2 beds. The other one, I put 1 bed. This one I put 2 beds and a chest on either side, and I call it a day. But again, well, the other issue is I got to collect more wool so I can make all these beds and fill this place up, which would be cool. And I may be something I need to do soon, because if my friend comes in and stays and he doesn't really want an apartment in here closer in town or whatever, you can just stay at the hotel, because I'll probably dot some of these throughout the city as the city grows. I may put 1 more out there somewhere, but it would be a different building. It wouldn't be this building, the same building. It'd be just a different one. But it's a cool area, like square, nice. Yeah, it's a cool area. And then of course the community square. This is the community storage, Midgard community storage. Yep, we'll see. And you can tell it's already sort of has stuff, dirt mostly. Yep, dirt, and I think there's, yeah, gravel. Yeah, see gravel. So dirt and gravel. There's an upstairs. I forget where I got this from, but anyway, here's the storage. Yeah, it's kind of nice. It really is. Alright, so there's that. And then we walk down here. Here's one of these cool sign things you get from the medieval book. I may put a street sign sometime on here pointing out that this is like Spawn Road and Spawn Square or something. Yeah. Anyway, these are cool little houses, starter houses. You can find them on YouTube. This one had like a wheat field underneath and a place to put a horse. So I liked it, or animals, I guess, but I'd put a horse down here. So this person, if they want a little house, they have a little house for that, and here you go. There's 3 of them, and they just, you can kind of tell there's nothing in here. They're just simple little houses on the inside. Kind of nice. I like them. They're easy to build, and people can have houses. There's 3 of them. Now this one comes from Andy is Yoda again. Amazing I remember these, because I said to myself I won't remember these. But I always do something different than what he does a little bit. I change the inside. I put the stairs in a different way, but here I put stairs in. And here you can have a room. I've lived in this before. I've built this quite a few times before even as a starter house, because it wasn't very hard in my opinion to build, and I had a little starter farm, and I built this as part. I would love to build this in like a small village somewhere where it's not where I could have just a small little farm. I've seen these cool little farms that you can get started with. They're just self-contained little farms. So anyway, but yeah, this is a main house. This is nice. Then we go past here. Someone can live here. I was actually going to live here originally in the city, but I ended up moving, and you'll see where. Here is the backyard, a doggy house. Yeah, a doggy house. I'm not finished with putting the lily pads over the water so that crops don't fall in. Here's a tree, nice little tree planter tree. Here's a storage, see, storage area. And then, or you can use it for something if you want to, but I call it a storage area right now. And then here's the little farm, see? The little farm, the back. Oh, growing pretty much every crop, yeah, every crop I think, yeah. Every crop that we can get in the game. outside of growing like um, mushrooms and cocoa beans, every other food crop. So wheat, sugarcane, double sugarcane, pumpkin on this side, watermelon on the other side of that sugarcane, and then carrots, double carrots, one row of potatoes, one row of beets, roots. So yeah, there you go. And yeah, this is just like a backyard. Kind of nice. Oh, under here, forgot. This is like a little workshop. I guess you could. I almost thought about putting a chest up here, so you could have instant access to a few things. Because there's really not a lot in this version. There's not all those crafting tables and all that. In this version, it's crafting table, furnace, and anvil, and a water cauldron. That's pretty much it. There's nothing like the new version where there's all this cool stuff. Here you go. So there it is. I may come back and finish this or let someone else do it, what they want with it. But like I said, I did start out living here, sort of. I didn't really full decorate it. And then there's a stable for this house where they can put their horses. And then this stable goes to this house. Now this house is out of that medieval book. I may have changed it a little bit, not on purpose, but here's the first floor of this house. See, storage. I was nice enough to put storage for someone who claimed this house. And then, you come up here. Here you go. Nice. Second floor. First floor, second floor, and then there's a third floor. Third floor could be like your bedroom. Second floor could probably be entertaining guests. Yeah. Or whatever, vice versa. You could do whatever. Whoever comes here could do whatever they want. But there you go. Nice place to live. Nice little house for someone who wants to. But there you go. So obviously there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 houses in this street alone. Like a little community. I've seen people do this for even survival where they have like an actual housing community, small houses. Like I saw one guy, he had one area where they just built small houses. It was just for small houses. And then he got tired and went off somewhere and built a big mansion, and everybody else followed him and built big mansions too. But this is like a little small house. This is actually even smaller. There's only 5 houses. Okay, here, this did in a way come from Annie's Yoda, but not completely. If you look at his original build, you could see I changed mine completely from his. I did do a lot of similarities, but I changed it. This is actually supposed to be, I should have just read this. This is the community, Midgard Community Blacksmith. So this is where people come in and they can all use this. They just take care of it, but they can all use this. So far, I'm the only one that's used it a bit. So, yeah, this is the blacksmith. That what I mean is, like these furnaces, I added all this. I added to the building. I made it actually a little bigger so I could add these furnaces. And I added this, which is not there in his build. And I, crafting table, all that. There's little crafting stations. A crafting station here, all this. I added some of this myself. So it wasn't in this original build. This part is mostly his original build, except I even changed this part too a bit. So, but this is the crafting stations here. There's a crafting station here, and furnaces spread throughout. Furnace there. I think there's even a crafting area in here. Yeah, see crafting area in here. And I think for the most part this is actually finished. Yeah, except for putting water in the cauldrons. And then this here is supposed to be like some storage area for some materials that I'm going to use. That's what I'm going to use it for. And then here, obviously, obviously you're going to walk out and you can, I could probably put some chests here if I really wanted to, but you walk out here and that's what I did here. I don't think he does that in his, but I did it in mine. And you can walk out here and look out over the area, and here you go again. Look out over the area. Alright. So, this is a big tour today, guys. It's going to be a long video, which is fine. I'm not against this long video. That's a lot we've done. Alright, so there you go. This is the smelt house. And then you keep coming down here, and the last building to be built, and we're not finished with this building. It's just, the building itself is done. I need to put stairs inside to get up to the second floor. This is the firehouse. This is going to be like the fire station for this town. stuff I believe in, having things that make it feel like a town. So this is the fire station. This is off of, I want to say, is it vintage? No, no, no. It's not vintage beef. It's Wells Knight. That's who's off of Wells Knight. Even that other building, I made a mistake. Over there's off of Wells Knight. This is all Wells Knight. He does a 15-minute builds. You just type in 15-minute builds, and he has a whole playlist. But you'll see that is, meaning that this building is actually from him, but this is technically from him too. But I up the size so I can combine these two. This is the hospital or a little medical place he builds a 15-minute build. But I went, and I made it so it matched up with this building. So you could see there's more floors. He only does one floor. If you want simple builds for your little village or whatever. But I took that simple build and grew it. And then of course there's a place to store some horses for people who are visiting this hospital. This is the hospital connected to a fire station. Alright, that's what it is. And you can see this is the inside. The floors are different, but you can tell I didn't put any stairs so I could get up there. So we may have to come back through when I actually finish this building. So there you go. That's literally the hospital and fire station. And then, of course, the biggest thing that we haven't talked about is the wall. This is the wall surrounds the town, which keeps it safe, which I'm pretty glad for. Here's the little lookout area over the gatehouse. Or yeah, it's gate. It is a gatehouse, but there's the lookout area. And then there's the towers. I may go to one of them. They're all the same, to be honest. I haven't decided where I was going to put some beds in the towers, so you can have, in theory, have some guards down here or have some storage with some weapons, and you maybe put a couple people to sleep, on each tower. So and then have surrounded by weapons. I may do that. But yeah, this is down here. Actually, let's go to bed before I get. Yeah. So I may actually develop this a little more. Because that'd just be a way to have more people. But I would put some stuff down here to help man the towers. But here you go. There it is. This is a tower and it goes way down there and it goes to another one. And yeah. This was a simple build. This was also off of a tutorial of an old way of doing walls when someone was showing how to do walls, and then you make it like your own castle inside. And except his castle was just a simple house and farm, and not very much, but just to show you the concept. And you can walk through this gate here, wooden gate. There you go. And here's again. This comes from the book, Castle book, medieval. I just plopped this in here, plopped that in. So there's 3 of these. Now the first thing we come to outside of these nice little stalls that no one's claimed is my woman's. Soon, it's Mel's fish and bait shop. Okay, so here's her fish and bait shop. Here's the stairs. It's a cool little. I found this. It's a cool little, I won't call it medieval. I feel like it's a medieval shop, but anyway, there's another side here. Here's this side. We haven't finished her shop. Like I said, we've done other things besides that. I should come in here and just do it and actually get set up so I could take the coming soon sign down. But that's her shop. Alright, and then of course you have this row. The other thing is, this is my shop. And hers is a cool shop. I really love it. Simple shop. This is Brian's Blue Dragon Tavern. And you could also come and consult me for the Harrison Family Real Estate Company. Alright, so this is my shop. I also do real estate. So, which means you can come to me and I can give you a piece of land here. And of course, it's empty. It's mainly the building. I don't even think I finished the outside with planting flowers. Here's going to be the little kitchen. When I'm done, here's going to probably be a little stage with some musical stuff up there. And then here's going to be the area where people could sit and do stuff. I thought I was going to make the up area here my office, but I may not. I may just make it more seating up here. But see, you could tell I haven't really finished it because I didn't know what I was really going to do. If I do make it seating and stuff, I'll put in some fencing and stuff. I'll put some fencing and stuff up here. But yeah, this is it. This is my this is my shop. I got this again off of a tutorial, but I liked it. I built it, but again, I built a 3rd story. I like to change buildings. I will get a tutorial, watch it, go, oh, That's easy. I could add a third story to that building. And yeah, I did that. So I did. Then I did this glass my way and put this there to make it kind of look cool. Anyway, so this is my shop, not finished yet. My woman's shop here, my shop next to. And actually, we used to be we were going to build in the shopping place. We claimed an area, and then this, and we decided to move here. So this is hers and this is mine. So we're not actually. Prime example of we built our own shop and we're not even in the shopping center we built over there. This is going to be our home. This is our home. This is a Brock. This is also off of Andy's Yoda tutorial. He shows you how to do it, encourages you to build one. And except the difference is, I'll show you the difference with mine. Okay, so you got the main story down here. Here's your upstairs. This is where is going to be our living area, but we haven't done anything really with it. This is supposed to be where fire goes. We'll see how this works out. We haven't really done anything with this, to be honest. Done the inside. Like I said, I've had other things to do. I want to do the inside of this, but I haven't. And then you come up here, and yeah, there's more where we could do the inside. See, we haven't even finished putting railing around. We just I just built the building, left it, and then sort of moved on to try to get the town set up for other people, I guess you'd call it, because my friend and stuff. And you'll see what I did, but I do need to come back and say, hey, I need to finish this. I do need to do that. All right. Oh, and up here, there's another one on the other side. It's going to be storage up here, but there's nothing in there, so it's not important. Okay, so this is all this pretty. This is actually different from his, because he has animals. I have two places for horses, and then the rest is just like a little storage room. And I have a crafting table which won't stay here, but it's because I've been doing a lot of other things. Now this is what's different. So he builds this building, but if you notice, he also covers this. This goes into another area, which he does not have, and it actually goes downstairs. I decided I was going to build underground. I'll make this a real big Brock. I'll build it even underground. I won't just build it above ground. I'll build it underground. And here you go. Here's this, and I'm not even finished yet. I plan to keep going underground, which I've done before. I've actually done the bedrock. The sad thing is I did the bedrock also, or passed, to bedrock also in the new version. I wish I could show off that one if there wasn't so many glitch problems with that world, because it had like the animals on certain levels, wheat growing. We had a little of everything down in there. That was cool. We were set up. We really worked hard. And then that world is falling apart too. So, but yeah, that was the area. Here, let me show. Did I show you this? Let's go back down. So I don't know what to do with this area yet right now in this older version, because there's not as much in the new version to fill, so I'll have to figure that out. This is the smelt. This is another one of those automatic smelters. And oh yeah, I was trying to say in the blacksmith shop, there's two. Those are two automatic smelters. Those big with the chimneys. There's two automatic smelters. So there's actually 3 in this town. My personal one and the one that's there. So yeah, automatic smelter. There's some chests. There's some, whatever, some basic stuff. So anyway, let's continue. Yeah, this is gonna be a long tour, guys. A lot to go through. 1 hour. I think it's over an hour now. Yeah, well over an hour. All right, here we go. Let's kind of go through. This is fun. All right, this is a castle I built. Found this online again, and got a tutorial. But again, I changed it. I didn't do exactly what the person did. I got the building, but did the stables for horses again. Stables for horses. And this is where the map wall is. This is the whole world on this edition. And as you can see, there's like a jungle. There's like dark oakwood forest. There's huge snow biome. There's snow over there. There's even a small desert, but there's no acacia wood. No, which you could have in this one, but this map doesn't have it. It's mostly huge green area. Okay. There's no savanna. There's no savanna. Yeah, too. So anyway, yeah. So I would like to move the new version because of that and the cherry blossoms, but like again, I said we're not doing it right now. And we built in this world, before I actually explored as much as I did. I took one last year. So this world's been up for over a year now. But last year sometime I did that, and we didn't play. We did play because we did quite a bit within that year. Anyway, within the year, but we didn't play as much. We could have done even more. It would have been bigger, but yeah. Well, we're back playing again a bit more this year. Last year we just it's off and on. But up here, you come up here. There's there's different ways. This is just behind the apartments. But these are going to be apartments. Mainly, I was going to make them for like government officials. So like, if you work, you can have an apartment. But who knows? I may even in the end just give them to people. You know, if that's not what happens. But yeah, there's apartments here. See, so yeah, they're big. They're really big. They're all the same. I shouldn't go. Yeah, they're all the same. So you can put an inside and make it yours. That's the point of that. I like doing it that way, and then people, because it's nice to let people do their own thing. And then here, okay. What's different is you come up here, and I decided to put another wheat field, which was good before I put the wheat farm, because the big wheat farm, which you'll see. This became a bigger wheat farm, and this is mainly for these apartment people, but look how much wheat that is. That's a beautiful sight. I was impressed by 2B2T, to be honest. Now, this wasn't because of that, but I actually had tried to build, before I ever knew 2B2T, I had tried to build a big wheat farm at one time, and it was a long time ago. It didn't last very long. That's why doesn't seem to be that important. But they had the Valley of Wheat, and I actually impressed with builds like that. And I would like to grow even more food than this, but this is pretty big for being on top of here, and it's really nice. You go all the way around it. Yeah, it's a big wheat field. And then you can look up again over here, and it's a little fortified. This would be cool to build. This type of castle would be cool to build if you were in hostile territory, and you just put this castle together. You build a simple wall around it, maybe even put some workshops, and everybody pretty much lives in this building, and you didn't have built workshops underground, because I mean it is fortified, but I'd probably try to find another way to fortify even more, maybe I just build this building, and it'd just be like a territorial, you just like a castle on the hill. I don't know, a part of me would be tempted to add like a wall like this around just mostly the castle part, maybe even put a church. But you could probably just do this castle in theory. If you just built this, I'm just talking about just building this. If you just built this, you could probably do it in theory. The only difficult would be if you want to defend it and you wanted some open area, you'd probably want a little courtyard front, and you could probably do something to attach it to the castle. That's my only problem with this. It's not building just this as a territorial. I may do that. I may have to show that sometime. See how it would work out. As this is like a little, I don't know if you call it outpost. Not necessarily outpost, but a fortress that guards like a certain road area. And you can have horses in here and stuff like that. But what you would want to do in this area, this building itself probably could stand. The only problem I'd have is when you fight, you would have maybe you'd have to allow people to fight from up above. So, yeah. I mean, you could probably I may have to do that. I may have to invest and figure out how I can make something like this work to guard like a territory, and you just have maybe apartments and stuff on the upper floor, and then you can build underground, like build the same type of structure underground, or just build underground of this, and then fortify and have like workshops. That's what I'm talking about. You'd want. Now, if it's just for yourself, no one else, in theory, this would be everything you ever needed, probably, or at least start. Unless you're like me and you like to build huge farms and stuff. Anyway, yeah. So, but that's kind of a cool castle. Taking up much time, I guess. Well, I came from, I just have a farm, greenhouse. This is where the whole community, this is what distracted me, because my friend is like, where do I get food? And I was like, well, we've been catching fish for a while. We did do some wheat, but I realized we really needed to grow food. So here you go. Here's a wheat farm. There are 4 stories of wheat like this. So yeah, we have plenty of wheat besides the castle. They're having wheat, and yeah, between all those, we could harvest. Desperate, we could have quite a bit of food. Um, there, so that's the wheat farm, and then over here you get into like your pumpkin. See, massive pumpkin farm for jack-o'-lanterns or making pumpkin pie. And then you come over here and you get sugar cane for the same reason, for sugar. And I plan to build a big library sometime. Okay, so and I'm not going to go upstairs because it's all the same. It's just the same thing repeated for several stories. And I did get this original greenhouse online from YouTube, but if you notice, I like to add. So I said, hey, big, this isn't enough. Why not go bigger? Yeah. So there you go. So that's a community sugarcane farm. This is the community carrot farm. It's several stories, and you can tell how it changes in the inside depending on what I'm growing. And here you go, community watermelon farm. So now the community couldn't complain. I just tell them, hey, there's a farm. Go farm. So there you go. And community, I think potato farm. No, yeah, I haven't listed it yet, but I know. Oh yeah, potato. This community potato farm, same thing. So there's plenty of food now. There's plenty of food. So that's what distracted me too was, hey, your community, they decided they need more food, and so I ended up building all these buildings because I have more time than my woman or my friend has time to play. So now we walk out here, which is eventually going to be like the front entrance to this place, and it walks out here, and here you go. You know, here's the community farms. Here's my Brock. It's a kind of cool round shaped house. A makeshift tree farm for birch right now, which is I'm gonna actually build a tree farm. Now we're headed down this road, which will come up this way eventually, but you can see it's just kind of got started. My friend, once he joined, he realized I was building this. He decided that he didn't want to be in the way because this was underway. This was really doing well, and he didn't want to be in the way, so he came out here. And then he asked, well, will the city grow out to where he is? Oh yeah, it will. It's just going to take time because I also want to finish some of the community builds. Like I need to finish the town hall and get inside looking good and all that. So it's useful. I need to get some of this. I need to get the homeless shelter organized eventually. Get that all up and running. I need to get some of these other community like the hospital and all that up and running. So I plan to do all that. But yes, I finally did decide because I needed, partly because I cleared land and I need to know what to do with the stone. So I ended up building this. And I had smelt a lot of stone, but I built this. And you could tell it's green glass because green is easy to get. I'll show you where the cactus farm. The old cactus farm, which I was just plucking, I just grew along the wall here. And it was over towards that area. Okay? But I was just plucking cactus. I said, this is stupid. Cactus farm. And actually, my woman kept telling me, why don't you have a big cactus farm? It'd be easier for you. But I don't need a big one. I just need an automatic one. So I'll show you. I moved it, basically. And this is the green glass I kept getting. So you can tell I'm getting closer to finishing. It's a weird choice of glass, but hey, it's cool. Why not? I could build probably another different tower with blue glass and one with orange and one with pink. My woman said that would be interesting. But she kind of likes the design of this building, though. She just thought the glass choice was a little interesting. But hey, there's a lot of cactus I'm growing, so it's why it was easy to get the color dye for it. So anyway, I just didn't want clear glass. I wanted it to be different than putting in all just clear glass. I could have just gone clear glass, but it's going to be a unique building. But it's a remnant of, if you ever watched the Xbox 360 edition of Midgard, it's remnant truly built in Minecraft that I remember to date. It was built by a man named Jeremy. He built this cool tower. Now this is way bigger than that, but back then, with just building a tower, you consider yourself, oh, we're a city. We have one skyscraper. Even once, I like it because it's cool, and then I said, I wanted to put one skyscraper in, and this is going to be bigger than that skyscraper. That was originally Midgard. That was supposed to be sort of a defense tower, skyscraper. It was kind of weird. There's like a penthouse on the top of it version, and I have that in old games playlist, but it's a new era, and I am trying to outgrow those two cities I built on Xbox 360. I might even build like a little memorial to remind me of what we had done, and what we had lost, but I guess what you gained trying to build better and stuff too. So, but it was still good. I was impressed with what we built there. That's the only city to date that's ever been recorded, because I tried to build several times, never was able to record it for some reason, and that was the only city until now. This one is being recorded. So this is still trying to build, but this time I'm building on this edition and it's working out. And then I'll move over to the Better Together edition eventually once that is smooth and I can play it without having issues or them issues with their updates. Anyway, so there's a fountain here, cool water fountain. I love the water fountains. And here's your unfinished tower. It's being finished. You can tell it's being worked on. It takes time. That's the other thing that's taking my time. Instead of finishing my actual house. Eventually I'll have to take a break and finish the house and say, hey, I gotta finish the house. But I also gotta have materials. So, too. But anyway, I keep looking at the tower. And then over here is the community, and there's no name for it yet. I need to put a name on it. Over here's community Greek. It's actually more Greek than Roman bathhouse. There is a Roman bathhouse idea I may want to do. That will make a bigger bathhouse and make it look cooler. And it will remind me of Midgard. Again, check out the second video. The second video I ever did is actually labeled, it would be labeled video. It would be number 2, Farrison country, and it would be labeled number 2 because we weren't making a whole country. Because the first goal is to have a capital city. To be honest, Midgard, I didn't know if I was going to make a capital city because I was going to build a bigger city claiming somewhere else. Of course, I could in this world if I wanted to, but no, Midgard was always in some ways a capital city. So, and this is going to be true here. It's going to be spawn and capital city. Now, I could have a second capital city maybe, but I doubt it. This is probably always going to be the main capital city because it's going to be the bathhouse, so you can come and hang out. And public bathhouse, yeah, kind of fun. Greco, I guess you call it Greek, mostly Greek, but Roman. Greeks had some bathhouses too, but I guess they were kind of more like one pool open. I don't know, but that's what this one is. So I liked it. I built this one at one time in another world when I was trying to rebuild and went through a period of losing worlds. Not necessarily because of me. There's a few times it was only a few handful times that I lost a world because of we started out bad or something. But there was a time period where because updates were killing, like they'd do an update and one of our worlds, Atlantis, like literally every the world became Atlantis. So there was an ocean and it covered my whole city, our whole town and stuff. We couldn't. We said there was no way of saving it, so we just gave up. Anyway, here, let me go to bed first. Again, like I said, this is a long tour. All right, so let's stop over here. I'll show you this here in a minute. This is my friend's castle. This is his going to be his greenhouse. He's not, obviously you can tell it's a working building. It's a pretty nice building. He'll be growing stuff, so once he grows stuff, there'll be even more food. So that's kind of nice. Have a nice city where you're growing and doing your own thing. And you can tell he's not finished with it. This is this long road up here. He built on this hill. You can tell, nice beautiful area. He built up on this hill, and this is his castle. Now I'm not going to go through it all because it's kind of a maze, but I will show you kind of what he's done here. There's that. Here's, some of his work stuff. I'll try to be respectful. I don't want to go through too much. This is his area a bit. So we're going to go over here. We'll see if we can get to the... Okay, yeah, see, so here, he hasn't done a lot on the inside yet. He's just, it's a work in progress. But he only has so much time. He does work quite often, so... And here you go. This is his top tower. There, that's why way. There you go. You can see up here. And then there's his tower there. And yeah. Did pretty nice. I wish again I could have time. But that type of stuff, you never know. Maybe we'll get someone to actually play again. More people playing. It'd be fun. But here you go. But we're playing this old version. He played too. What happened to him is he started running into issues too with the new version, especially after the Caves and Cliffs update. He ran to later where his world wouldn't save. He actually built he built a castle in that world apparently, and he came back, it was gone. He's like, they called me up. I said, they've been having issues. We don't play that anymore. We play this new one, but I had to hop on and see it. Sure enough, I built stuff, and I just built something simple, not difficult. Just put some blocks down, and I came back and they're gone. So that's the issues we've had. I've had it in all these versions. Every time they're constantly updating. Now the reason why we don't have trouble in this version is that they've done updating. It plays smoothly because they don't update anymore. So yeah. So he plays with us in this version. But he's hoping we'll move this world over to the other version because he's worked hard on this castle and stuff, and I would like to do that. This is the automatic cactus farm. It wasn't automatic. I was planting or I was plucking the tops off, and so finally, just not too long ago, I made this automatic. And look at, I'm already getting, and I already see there's drops. See, can I see any drops? But it works. There's tutorials of this type of stuff online. It's simple, easy. There's plenty of tutorials making these little. This was simple. I threw this together, and I didn't, I used the glass, and so you can see through stuff. And yeah, 21, 23. I mean, yeah, I'll have to come back and get these and smelt them, and then I can do more glass. Alright, so that's the cactus farm. This is my second house. This is actually my second house. Now the other place I'm just living in because I haven't built my other house, I'll move out of there, the starter house, once I actually finish my main house in the city. But this is my country home, even though it won't be because the city will grow out this way eventually. But this is my country home for now, me and my woman's. This is where we tried to build this inside the mountain, but yeah, the house is a little big for the mountain. But it's still fun. We still build. I'm still going to try to build on it, finish it. But the main reason for this being here is because, not just for the beautiful cactus farm, but there's mine. This is going to be a mine building. Now, okay, so now this is where I'd come out and mine. And this is where a friend, he dug down. Now there was already a hole here, but he dug down. And this is what he came into. Actually, it was kind of uncovered a bit from over here. You can see where I covered the dirt in. But he came down here, and this is his original way down here. I'm going to fix it to match more of this and put a rail. Eventually, I'll have to show you when it's finished, and then there'll probably be to mine or places for like people workshops and people to stay, some storage, maybe even, So there'll probably be some stuff built on this first level so that it could supply building a mine, and maybe even a place to continue having rail tracks going down into the different mine corridors and stuff. So, and you can tell it's a huge area. And my friend's gone in here and mined a bit. He says we need to do more finding, like, you want to find more materials, like diamond for diamond armor. I have iron armor right now, and I had leather, so yeah. You can tell, like, it's been, and this hole was here, just period, big, until even he mined up there, but this hole was always here. So, he mined it a little bit bigger, but, yeah. Anyway. So we'll have to figure it all out and get it all worked out, but it'd be a cool area just to build up on and get to a point where, it'll be like a full mining operation, community mine. That's what it's going to be. So anyway, there you go. And there's stairs. This is the to this way, and this way is just going to be eventually when I that one, but put a rail track down into the station that's going to be down there. So there you go. That's the mine. That's the end. That's really the end. I mean, there's a tower. That's the end. That's what we've done so far. Because I explored the whole map. I would like to build onto a village in the future. But yeah, this is really the end. I'm going to end by this bathhouse so I don't have to run all the way back. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tour today. This was a great tour of my world. Of actually our world, I should say. Me, my woman, and a friend building. I hope to do more. To be honest, I really enjoyed doing this. This was really fun. I hope you enjoyed this day. This is a long video, so I hope you appreciate it. I did. I really do enjoy doing this. I hope to do more. Maybe I'll come on sometime and instead of every so often. But I hope you enjoyed this. This is basically Minecraft Xbox One edition, which will probably eventually we'll move over when we feel like we can and do it safely, so we don't lose progress in our stuff like we've done the other one. But this has been Minecraft. I'll call it Harrison. I'll probably call it Minecraft Harrison Catalonia Land, because that's what it's called, or the Catalanians. I guess that's what. Yeah, this is our little country, and this has been a world tour. It's been episode 1 of that. The episode could be more tour. Another episode, hopefully, maybe another tour. I can build or gather resources. We'll see what happens with that. Again, this is the end. Please comment, subscribe. Please click that notification button if you enjoyed this. Please share this video. I enjoy these tours. I really enjoy this. This is fun for me. So, till next time. Bye.